Hey learners, welcome to the Nav Nerds. Today in this video we will going to discuss what are workflow, why we need this and how to create a new workflow. So workflow in Business Central are automated approval and action sequence that control how business process from one step to another without the manual work. This defines that when something happens, that's the trigger, and what should happen next, that's response, and who needs to approve or act. So why workflow matter in Business Central? These are the automations over manual work, and it has strong approval control, and you can customize it without any code. So we will see an example here. Vendor approval workflow. First you have to define the code, description, category, and when you are done with event, condition, and then response, you have to turn this enabled to true. So we have here three components here: event, condition, and then response. The event are the starting point of the workflow. It defines when the workflow should run, such as a purchase order is created, modify, or sent for approval. And then the condition we have. The condition acts as a filter that control whether the workflow should continue or not. It ensures that action only occur when the specific criteria is met, which you have defined here. And then we have response. This is the outcome of the workflow. It defines what happens after the event and condition are satisfied or if it is not satisfied. So for a new workflow setup, you have to go here and you have three options here: new workflow from template, copy workflow, and the new one. So I'm here using the template. For example, I'm using purchase invoice workflow. It has defined the code, description, category, and if you enable this boolean, so the workflow becomes active and the system start monitoring events. And then we have when event, on condition, and then response. The first one is the purchase document is released. The workflow will trigger when purchase invoice is released. And then we have some filters here. The document type should be invoice and the status released. And what's the response then? Post the sales or purchase document in the background. So the system will automatically post the invoice. User don't need to manually post this. And this is the full automation here. And then we have purchase invoice posted, and then we have no conditions here, and the response will be create a payment journal line in the background for general template and journal batch. This means that the Business Central create payment entry in the selected journal template and batch. And then we have a general journal line is created. Once the payment journal is created, this step will trigger, and the condition should be of payment type, and this creates a notification for user. The system will send notification to the selected user. This is the full automation of purchase invoice workflow. Here we have many workflows such as job queue entry, overdue approval, general journal line, and the many more here. So this is how a workflow works in a Business Central. The logic is when, condition, and then response. If your response are configured properly, is enabled, the Business Central will automate the entire work without any manual efforts. So that's it for today's video. Thank you for watching.